the Ramblers from LaFayette. And anything y'all want to say, it's your time.
Want to say?
I'm on TV.
This is one of the few times you'll get this group. Normally, if they're behind a microphone, they love it. Last week, they made over 700 contacts in about 22 hours, and we operated from an in-fed half-wave antenna. It possibly could be attached to some trees behind our school. I make no claim as to whether or not that was true or not. We did operate from the concession stand, and we're running 100 watts in a wire, and we talked as far as Washington State, we talked into Maine, we talked into Spain, into France, we talked into Panama, all on that wire antenna that had actually been made for us by some local hams.
How many operators did you have total?
We had, I think, 14 operators total, but that doesn't count all the students that we had over there. Some only wanted to operate the computer, some were a little mic shy, and that's not a problem because there's a place for everybody in amateur radio.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether you want to talk or not, I mean, you can get on digital and you never have to talk at all. And so we would love to get as many kids as we can behind the microphone, at least interested in amateur radio. How many of y'all, this is your first ham page? Is this your first ham page? Okay, so, and you being the only girl here, you've already had folks that were talking to you about amateur radio and places that you could go with it. So it's always fun to come here and to meet people that we've talked to. I mean, even as we came through the gate, talking to folks that say, I talked to you last week. And then the kids realizing, oh, that was me. I talked to him last week. Okay. So they're able to put a face with a name.
I gave you 2 contacts.
Absolutely.
WI4L
Yes.
and WI4DS.
Yes.
Club call.
They love it.
Yeah.
Any chance they get, and then they got a chance to talk to my dad. So we always try to get a chance to talk with him, and I'll try to set up the QSO. But when we do, first year I ever did that, they were always asking questions like, what kind of kid was Mr. Carter? Did you have to whoop him a lot? You know, all the questions. And he loved it because he would talk to them on the radio and he realized that they were all locked into, you know, whatever was going on. They were listening to talk and not just waiting to talk, which is what you have to do in amateur radio. You can't just have a little speech prepared and not actually talk about what's going on around you.
Yeah.
And some kids are better at that than others.
Oh, yeah.
But you find some kids that actually find something that clicks with them. And some of them are not necessarily athletes, and some of them aren't necessarily, you know, the group that you would have that's on the, you know, the academic bowl. But you put them behind a microphone and they can talk the world.
All right.
And we looked at I think it was about 50,000 miles that we traveled last week. Taxpayer free.
Uh-huh.
Didn't cost us any bus. Didn't cost us any gas, didn't cost us anything other than the time out of their classroom and their time. And they got a few, you know, little Debbie's and little Caesar's pizza out of it and all.
And they had
see our
fun.
signs right over here. You saw the signs, powered by the Littles, Debbie and Caesar. So they had a ball.
Good.
And every year you will see a kid that will come along that has never been a part of it that will say, this is a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much fun this was. And we're like, well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the reason that we do it.
Yeah.
And we'll have others that'll come down and want to know, why in the world have you've taken them down to the concession stand at the football field and it's freezing outside. And it was raining and like 20 degrees.
We do not care.
Yeah, and the kids are like, we don't care. We're down here because we want to be around each other. We get in here, we want to get on the radio and have a lot of fun. And they were. And we've got older hams that will come hang out with the kids, and they love it.
Yeah.
The kids love seeing them. They can sometimes say things that I can't say, and you know, I mean, it's funny because they're just treated like they're adults. And a lot of times in the school system, you don't get that because people see you first and like, okay, you're a kid. But when they hear a person on the radio, they have no idea.
All the same
and
level.
so it's all civil.
Yeah.
It's all treated like you're an adult because that's the assumption.
That's the cool
when
thing
you're
about
behind a
ham
microphone.
radio.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what age you are. Doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what country you're in. We all have this same interest that we're doing, and that doesn't come into play. We just enjoy our hobby.
And to be honest, it's probably one of the last bastions of civil conversation that we have in this world.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's great. And my kids love it. They love talking to people around the world. I mean, when you have somebody that's making the contact, they will ask me afterwards because I'll tell them, hey, you want to make this contact.
Well,
And they'll
thank you,
come back and
Jody.
say it.
Thank y'all for being here.
Absolutely.
All of you, and y'all have fun with your radio. And
Every year,
the
man.
next contest, I always watch for you. Work you again.
Oh, look for us on Parks on the Air. Look for us at School Club
Oh, I
Roundup.
didn't know you did Parks on the
Oh,
Air.
yes, sir. Oh, we got enough parks around us.
You know, I get this when you post it on your Facebook, so
Okay.
keep us informed.
We'll keep you informed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.